What is that? You can design a whole installation, like a scene.
Yeah, people were using it for film. Stand to your left a little more. Perfect.
Yeah, actually, there's definitely a lot of ways you can utilize this gravity sketching. I was kind of scared in the first to try it because I thought it was gonna be very difficult, but actually with the just quick instructions and you actually it's very user friendly. And what's really cool about it is when I start sketching, I start drawing lines in space, and that's a very unique experience for me because you never really sketch in space, right? When you're sketching in Photoshop or even building a model, you're always in that screen, but you're actually in this the three-dimensional space. You're sketching lines, and you create lines that you never really have thought about sketching before. Oh, that's really cool how the line just goes in certain dimensions and areas, and you can actually design and create a design from that. So I think it can be really useful. There's a lot of projects where I did in the past where I really thought, I wish I can just dive into this world and just start sketching in 3D, but there's no program for that. So if I had this program right now, it'd be super awesome, and I can just take care of the sketch and the theme idea right away. And what's really cool about it is how it's connected from 2D to 3D, and how you can just translate into 3D model really quickly as well, and give it to a 3D modeler. So it kind of bridges that 2D to 3D world. So right now I'm a exterior designer at Faraday Future. I've been there for about 3 years. First show car I worked on was the FF91 concept car that debuted in 2016 CES. That was a very, very fun project. It was very challenging at the same time. It was the very first car that we showed as a company, so there's a lot of pressure involved in that one as well. When I first got there, there's no design heritage, there's no design DNA, and I was kind of in the forefront with my design team to create what this brand could be. Yeah, it was interesting because that project, it was actually not supposed to be, it was kind of not supposed to be like a real project in the beginning, but it turned out to become a show car, because we actually did something really cool, skunk work style project where we just kind of did it on our, nobody knew about it in the company. It was just us and a couple modelers and the designers, and we showcase to our CEO, and he really liked it. So we decided, okay, we got a green light to become a show car, and we had about 4 months to build it. So so that was like a very, okay, let's do this kind of a moment. There are a couple projects we're working on at the moment at ADPM Motor Works. First one is the Corvette project. That started as a passion project of our own Corvettes. We want to change it up a little bit, have our own design twist to it. As a designer, you always want to have your own design in the car, right? Your own custom vehicle. And what's really interesting was that we came up with this new idea of the rear hatch, which is simply just removing the glass and putting this new piece in there that creates like a mid-engine look to it. And public and people in the Corvette forums went really crazy about that, and that really launched our company into the whole aftermarket segment. So we started with the front bumper, we had to design our own bumper on there, and then it kind of went on to a side mirror, to the rocker, to the rear bumper. So it ended up becoming a whole custom concept car pretty much for a Corvette. And wheels. That was a really cool project for us, and we decided to take it to the next level. So we had this Polaris slingshot chassis that we had in our garage, and we decided, why not electrify it? We designed the whole outer body and shell over it. So the idea was you just take away the whole internals and the body of the Polaris slingshot and put this new kit onto the chassis, and in turn become a really cool three-wheeler electric vehicle. So that's kind of our project that we want to use as our custom coach building expertise in our design and our manufacturing process. And also, we also want to have a lot of fun with our custom aftermarket and different vehicle as well. We have a design process, engineering process, sketching, 3D modeling, and prototyping. We use 3D printers, CNC machines, and various different kind of sources. The whole idea of a vehicle is really different now. It's not just about a car that moves, but it's about how you experience it. And as a designer, it's really very endless opportunities. And with these new technologies coming together as well these days, as a designer, there's new tools now. So I think that's really cool that now with these new tools, you can actually create a different kind of a vision, different kind of a design. Not something that you've always been sketching, but something that's really out there in a futuristic way. So I think that's